I am a farming, playing some baseball. So I'll figure out broadcast. Not doing too bad this season. Didn't start out so great, but I won my last 5 games. And I play for the Indians, and the team's not doing so great. Should have signed with Chicago. But I wanted to play for the Indians.
This is the MLB pregame show, and I'm Matt Vasgersian. And as we draw nearer to the first pitch of Game 1 in the series, we'll give you the latest installment of our Topps Player Spotlight. Big Dog Bobo is our man to watch. And what a dominant performance he put together in his last start. He had opposing batters off balance throughout and racked up a boatload of strikeouts.
Yeah, he just looked like he was really in control out there. And, you know, sometimes you can tell a guy is going to dominate from the moment he sets foot on the rubber. They just exude confidence, and their body language kind of says, "You ain't touching me today." That's what I saw in him. And even though I was a hitter in my career, it was really fun to watch him make those other guys look silly. We'll see if he's still in top shape in this matchup here today.
All right, lineups and first pitch are coming up next. Stay tuned for that right here on the show. Friday night baseball from the K, Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Cleveland Indians and the Kansas City Royals. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. With that, here's a look at Terry Francona's Tribe starting 9. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference maker in this game. He's been a really tough out this year, bringing an on-base percentage over 400 into the game, so I have a feeling he could be a key player in this one when it's all said and done.
Jose Murillo comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Jose Murillo.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. Eric, we take a look at the Tribe as they begin here tonight. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
And the thing about baseball is that each new day brings a new opportunity. So we'll see if these guys are up to the task here.
Hit hard back up the middle. And that's a base hit. So the leadoff man's aboard to start off the home half of the first.
Well, things are looking up for these guys to start the ball game. They get a 1, 2, 3 top half. Then now, leadoff single here in the home half. Off to a great start.
Rougned Odor will stand in here with a runner at first to start the inning. Now, I know both of you are more familiar with the art of hitting as opposed to the art of pitching, but on a wet night like this, who do you think this favors?
Well, I think it favors the pitcher. I know they're going to argue, well, the grip, but the ball doesn't carry on wet nights. So if I'm out there, I'm saying, look, pitcher advantage.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Here we go on an 0-2 count. All you have to do is start that thing right down the middle of the plate and then just let it work its way in. Hopefully get a swing through or maybe even a shattered bat.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
I don't think this partisan crowd is going to like that too much. One thing you don't want to do as an opposing pitcher, two things actually. One, you don't want to get the crowd involved early, and two, you don't want to set yourself up for a possible big inning. Now, both of those things have come true.
And he is safe at third as he moves up on what's likely to be ruled a wild pitch.
Boy, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is. And now the wild pitch is going to make things even tougher, as that'll move 2 men into scoring position now, still with nobody out.
Big, slow breaking ball, one that drops in for a strike.
And you know, all you have to do is point back to yesterday's ball game. This was part of their downfall, hitting with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't sustain any kind of offense. So this would be a big boost if he could turn the tide a little bit here and come through big.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, with every pitch it misses, he just keeps digging himself a deeper and deeper hole.
Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. Tap fouled at home plate. A little bouncer, but it gets foul.
Neither guy giving in here. This is a great at-bat.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. And with that, here's a look at the hometown Royals starting lineup card. How do they get back into the win column, Psycho?
Boy, this team is so tough to pitch to. They have the fewest strikeouts in the league. So if they continue to be aggressive at the plate, drive the ball into the gaps, and try to hang a crooked number up on this team early.
Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Nick Barner. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. 1-0 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed 1-1.
And that's the mark of a really good pitcher here. They get just a little bit tougher to hit when they get runners in scoring position.
Up high. 2-1 now.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Barner is retired, 2 down now. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Alberto Trujillo will dig in for the first time as he'll enter play 6th in the American League in hitting.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
In tight with the curveball, backed up on him a little there, and it's ball 1.
Yeah, trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
Runners at second and third with 2 gone. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Seems like he's missed his spots a few times here already.
Yeah, he hasn't been overly sharp, that's for sure. It hasn't caught up to him yet, but he's going to need to find that rhythm.
3-0 now. At the very least, he certainly established the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, but it's not going to do him a whole lot of good if none of those can find the strike zone.
And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Mike Moustakas steps into the box now, and he does so in what feels like what will be an important moment in this one. Bases loaded, high score. And that misses inside 1-0. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation. Obviously, you don't want to walk home a run, but you can't just throw a cookie in there because he could bring in 4 with 1 swing. On
the ground to third. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Second inning upcoming here in KC with no. Juan Rodriguez will start things out. Bottom third of the order, 7, 8, and 9 to start out the home half of the second.
And they probably still can't believe they didn't get anything out of that first inning. They got the bases loaded, but just couldn't cash in.
Chop foul at the plate, strike one. And he falls behind 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. He'll take the turn and head for second, and this is going to rattle up against the out-of-town scoreboard now. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
When you're a hitter, there's only two times where you know for sure you've got a hit. One is when you hit one into the seats, it feels so good. And two is when you split the outfielders like that. Right off the bat, you know it's a double. The only thing in your mind,
so the crisis was averted in the first inning. The leadoff hit.
Jason Gomez
hit batsman
will stand in now with a good chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
Well, I walked a guy,
and
I was able to strike out 3 batters.
Remember your first job, which is to at least get that guy
second
over
inning
third
starts
base.
off with the first inning started.
First pitch on its way. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Hey, nobody out now.
In for a strike, it's 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. He's set. Here's the 2-2.
Damn it.
Fights off another pitch and hits it foul right at the plate. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again.
This is getting old.
And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at-bat. Jared Hanley will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. He's set. Here it comes. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Estrada is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Jose Murillo will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
And you know, guys, I just love the way he went the other way with that. Now I'm interested to see if he has a similar approach in this at-bat.
And that's swung on and missed for strike 1.
He wasn't expecting a curveball, that's for sure.
All right, come on now.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Bottom of the second here with no score. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Leading off the inning,
we got a run.
Odor, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game
Hit him
up.
in the ankle.
Here's the first pitch to him.
We got nobody.
He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1-2?
And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
And I can tell you, from facing guys like this my whole career, you may think you're getting a curveball, but when a guy's throwing in the high 90s, it's darn near impossible to sit on one.
Kevin Kiermaier comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Come on, guys.
That's in there on the outer half. 1 and 2 now.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1 and 2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Shot towards second. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Get too many full counts.
Designated hitter.
Nick Barner in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Too many
Matt,
walks.
that was a pretty nasty
Under a
breaking
full
ball
count.
that buckled him last time up, so it'll be interesting to see if they attack him with the breaking ball again here.
From the stretch. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1.
Hey, come on now, here we go.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
Well, this is the second time he struck out so far. And this is a type of ball game where, you know, it's wet out, the field's slippery, it's a little muddy. Who knows what can happen if you just put the ball in play?
Alberto Trujillo is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
Well, we've mentioned it already, but look at the pitch count here in the 3rd inning. He's almost completely out of gas already.
In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1 left.
7 Ks through 3.
Mike Moustakas
ain't gonna make it to the
set to
7th
lead
inning
us
now.
off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. That evens it up 1-1.
And I've got a little Moustakas trivia for you here. When he was drafted 2nd overall in 2007, a high school teammate of his, Matt Dominguez, was selected 12th overall. They were only the 6th pair of high school teammates to be selected in the 1st round of the same draft.
Chop foul right at home plate. Set to deal on 2-2. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Well, there's no question that the sinker away has always been this guy's bread and butter pitch. You can see where it is on show track, and you're just not going to get a better location than that pitch with 2 strikes.
Standing in now, Juan Rodriguez.
1 out.
As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
And we've seen a lot of that pitch here in the first 4 innings, and it's been real effective for him, and that's another example right there.
And that one cut a little too much. A ball and a strike. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals.
Go right now, fellas, right now.
Up and in on the hands. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Oh, and even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, you still hate to see that ball up around your eyes.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Estrada moves over, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jason Gomez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
The 0-1 pitch.
Here we go now. Let's
Grounded to the right. Rizzo is there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over.
That was a quick inning.
Jared Hanley will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all
Well, they knocked me
afternoon.
around in the first
Not a
and the
lot to get
second
excited
inning, but I've
about
kind of
so far.
settled in a little
And I
bit.
think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Trying to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Oh, I think you'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number
pretty.
9 in the ball game. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders.
Yeah,
Man, they got
more of the same
3 in the top
currently leading the
4.
American League in that category. He's really been a
Terrible.
difference maker on the mound. He attacks the strike zone and is using all of his pitches very effectively. Just one of those guys that's really fun to watch doing his thing.
Jose Murillo is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
And this is becoming a theme now. It's part of why he's been so successful out there so far. Let these guys chase that first pitch and get him in a hole right away.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Well, that's a huge difference between being 0-2 and 1-1 as a hitter, especially against a guy like this on the mound. So that's a good job to hold up on that pitch.
And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Sinker, and that's ruled strike 2. Looking for his 10th strikeout. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Just like the guy he faced before this, another long at-bat here. He's had to make 13 pitches just to these last 2 hitters.
And awfully close there on 3-2, but take your
Gosh,
best,
dang it.
says Earl Hendricks. It's ball 4. Rougned Odor will step forward now following the walk as he'll hit with a definite speed threat at first and 1 away.
Hey, come on, guys.
You can bet he's going to see some fastballs in this at-bat. I'd be looking dead red.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
0-1, here's the pitch. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. The 0-2 delivery. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Throw over to the bag, and a dive, but he's back in.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Throw over to first. A dive, but he's back.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. That misses, and it's going to set up a big pitch now, 3-2. How about this for an at-bat?
Best we've seen tonight, no question.
Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Now a throw over to first, and the runner back.
Keeping him close.
Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line.
Come on, get it.
Hit well on the ground to first. The second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. Kevin Kiermaier gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1.
Well, we've talked about all the strikeouts. The only side effect is right there, though. He's run up a pretty high pitch count now.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, it wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Chop foul.
Team really needs to
towards
get
the
me some
dugout.
runs. It's terrible. Got 1 run.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Driven to right field and deep. Ortiz racing back. Gone!
Really?
A solo shot here to straightaway right field.
Hit the ground.
And with it, the Royals are back to even at 1 apiece.
Wow. Terrible.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Nick Barner is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the third strikeout of the game.
Well, not only is that 10 strikeouts now, but I'll tell you what, we've still got a few innings to go here. He keeps throwing the way he is. He can make that number really interesting by the time this one's through.
Into the windup and the pitch. Alberto Trujillo is at the plate as he watches ball one.
Here we go, guys.
Let's not throw another high curveball.
And this one's on the inside corner, 1-1.
You know, it's just so tough to pick out a pitch that you want against a guy like this. Everything he throws is either on a corner or moving like crazy. He's not the kind of guy that's going to give you a lot of options up there to hit.
Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. Fastball is looked at for strike two. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Still 2-2. One out, nobody on. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Keep in mind now, the longer this at-bat goes, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning out there.
On to first, and there were two down.
Third baseman, number 8, Mike.
Stepping in, Mike Moustakas. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Might have jammed him a little there as this is softly hit and foul off to the left. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
Hey, here we go.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
No runner, home. Eat it.
Oh, you better have to pay attention to this guy right now. He is heating it up. 7 straight games now with that hit.
Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing. Juan Rodriguez stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
And that's really all you have to do when guys are swinging at everything. Give them that sinker and make it look like a strike, but wind up a ball.
2-2.
They've been fishing at that pitch the entire ball game.
Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man. Jason Gomez steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Jason Gomez.
And my team didn't get down around 7.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Now batting, catcher
Jared Hanley will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. In there at the knees, strike 1.
I think a lot of pitching coaches would like to see that first pitch strike ratio better than about 60%, but that's what he's got going for him tonight, and he's pitched very well.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Hey, plays it first. Plays it first.
Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
And that's right where you want to be throwing those sinkers. But he's doing a good job at the plate of not chasing.
Looked like he got fooled on the speed there. 2-2.
Might have been anticipating the sinker there because he was well under that one.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. He probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake. Oh, that could be the defining moment of the game right there. And he's got one more guy to get through in the inning, but that was a huge out, number 2.
Into the box now, Jose Murillo. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
That pitch count has gone from high to dangerously high. You know, this is not good territory for any pitcher to be in.
Mommy?
And he misses with it, 1-1. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
And you know what? That's not a big breaking ball coming up high and tight. That's going to get your attention a little.
2-2 now.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now, all tied at 1-1.
Come on, coach. Take me out. 140 pitches. And my team lost.
An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among
I've
all
never
others,
had to throw
why not go
140
with this
pitches in
man
a
right
game.
here. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
Dear baby Jesus.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smart...
13 strikeouts, 5 hits, 2 walks, 1 earned run. No decision. Yeah, I get to play against Detroit. Detroit's got a pretty good team. Wish I had a pretty good team. Got a good leadoff hitter, I guess.
Back here on the MLB pregame show, Matt Vasgersian getting you set for the finale of this 3-game set. That'll come your way in mere moments, but first we'll take a look at the Topps Player Spotlight. Big Dog Bobo is our subject, and what a dominant performance he put together in his last start. He had opposing batters off balance throughout and racked up a boatload of strikeouts.
Yeah, he just looked like he was really in control out there. And, you know, sometimes you can tell a guy is going to dominate from the moment he sets foot on the rubber. They just exude confidence, and their body language kind of says, you ain't touching me today. That's what I...
Yeah, that's nice.
Afternoon baseball from the Motor City, Comerica Park here in downtown Detroit. Today, the third and final game in this 3-game series between the Cleveland Indians and the Detroit Tigers. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show.
Oh, he's going to be fun.
Colton Wong comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the
Leading up for
first.
the Tigers, second baseman, Colton Wong.
He's got no out.
Cut fastball taken for strike one. Eric, this Indians ball club as they begin play here this afternoon. They come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
After the loss last time out, that sets up a rubber match here in the finale, so I'm expecting this to be the best game of the 3.
Swung on and chopped up the middle. Throw just does get him at first as he was really moving that time. A moment now in Motown to check out the Tigers starting lineup. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, Matt, keep an eye on that number 2 spot. His on-base percentage is over 400 the last 10 ball games. Done an excellent job of finding ways to contribute, getting on base, and setting up the guys behind him for run-scoring opportunities.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Didn't matter. It
And
was a
with
strike
quick breather
anyway.
Here, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, Anthony Rizzo is really the centerpiece for this Cubs ball club. Offensively, we know what he does. Defensively, he really holds this infield together.
Sanchez behind
Very
the plate.
fluid over at first base, good soft hands, and has a good throwing arm as well.
Hey, let's go right here.
A big roundhouse curveball in there for strike 1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
2 out, nobody on. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. We'll move on to the second inning here at Comerica Park with no score. Justin Upton will start things off in the inning for Detroit. He'll be followed by Miguel Cabrera waiting on deck.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Here we go now. Let's go.
Scaredy cat. Why is it a scaredy cat? Why is it a scaredy cat?
Oh, you're such a wannabutt. Yes, you are. You're such a wannabutt. Yes, you are. Stop whining. Oh my God, kitty abuse. Kitty abuse. Daddy's loving me. Daddy's loving me. Oh my God. Kitty abuse. Oh, get out of here. Such a whine butt. What? Oh, now you want love. Oh, just don't hold me. Go lay down.
Got no one out now.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Chopped foul right at home plate. And Upton can't connect there as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Right over the top here with the four-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Miguel Cabrera will stand in now, happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. Into the windup and the pitch. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one.
Hey, come on now.
This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield. There to take it is Rizzo, and there are two away now.
Batting sixth, right fielder, Emil Garcia.
Emil Garcia will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Oh, I'll tell you, no hitter wants to go through a streak like this. Already the numbers don't look very good, and now he's hitless in his last 10.
And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Patty Johnson back there. Good umpire. I know some pitchers have felt this.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Down in order go the Tigers. We'll move to the third. A nice aerial view of downtown Detroit as we welcome you back to Baseball on the Show from Comerica Park. Charles Bunning will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday.
Charles Bunning.
Hey, we got no one.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
No balls.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Back to the mound and off his leg. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay.
Jeez, how's he doing after that shot?
Tomas Telis will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. And he lays off there 1-0, and he thought to bunting here with the number 8 hitter up there.
Well, I'm more of a National League guy, so I'd maybe think about it, but in the American League, you just don't see it used all that often.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And he's set down, one away.
No runner, no runner. Not home.
Pete Kozma is in to take his first swings here with the runner still at first and one away.
Well, too bad that last guy couldn't advance the man into scoring position, so now it's probably going to take a gapper to get him home.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score.
0-2 is the count.
Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
A lot of people think that pitch will burn straight down, but it will work back a little bit towards righties, like that one did right there.
Esquivel is there to take it, and that's the second out of the inning. Colton Wong will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
Hey, plays at 1 now.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Scooped up. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Tigers leave one. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Brian Evers is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning. First pitch on its way. Curveball looked at here for strike one.
Well, he gets ahead of another hitter there, and I'm told he's thrown a first pitch strike to around 90% of the batters he's faced so far, and that's pretty amazing.
Hey, we got no out.
Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee-high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Now batting, designated
Charlie Wells
Charlie
in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball. So let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Swing and a miss on the cut fastball, 1-2.
Yeah, and you know, this is a spot where you just have to make him bring the ball down. It's very difficult to do anything positive when it's up that high.
Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
Well, this is a stroll he's
swinging at the
taken
sinker
5
down low.
times in
And
this series
throw a
now.
fastball up
That
high.
slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out.
Make
After a
him
while,
swing at a
these
sinker
things,
again.
they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Here's Justin Upton now as this ball's hit softly to the field. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 3 up. Miguel Cabrera comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. There's his total now, just into his 5th inning of work. Nothing too out of the ordinary there.
The pitch count's the least of his worries. If his guys don't get him any runs, I don't think it'll matter all that much.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Esquivel on the move.
Man, he was all the way up the track.
Now batting,
There's our line score through the first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just one hit to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. Into the seats, 0-1.
Here we go, right now, fellas.
The windup and the 0-1. Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
He just flat blew him out of the water with this one. I mean, this is a fastball, folks. Not even close.
Stepping in now, Charles Bunning. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
2 outs, fellas.
And he falls behind 0-2. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, he's had a lot of guys swinging at pitches out of the strike zone.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Tomas Telis will stride in here to get the Tigers started in their half of the 6th.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
And he misses with it, 1-1. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball. All even now, 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Got him. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Pete Kozma. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
And I wish more guys would pitch like this. I mean, look at that pitch count right there. That is really low for this stage of the game, and it's because he's throwing strikes and challenging guys.
And that's into the outfield for
right
a
as he's
one-out base hit.
complimenting me, I give up a base hit.
Just the second hit they've got against him so far as we check on his numbers to this point. He's pretty much been in control all afternoon, so we'll see if he can keep that string of zeros going.
Colton Wong stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. He's set. Here it comes. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Breaking ball there is down. Good job of laying off. It's back to 2-2.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by it.
Standing in now, Brian Evers, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
You know, it's just so tough to pick out a pitch that you want against a guy like this. Everything he throws is either on a corner or moving like crazy. He's not the kind of guy that's going to give you a lot of options up there to hit.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hit out towards second. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Charlie Wells steps into the box as the leadoff
nice to
hitter
get
here
some
in the
runs,
bottom of the
Cleveland.
7th.
Still no runs on the board for either team, and it might come down to who can manufacture a run first.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. That evens it up, 1-1.
Come on, fellas, let's go.
Chopped weakly to the left. Villegas is up with it and
Got
reined
him.
in 1 away.
The left fielder, number 10, Justin Upton.
Justin Upton will dig in for the 3rd time now.
Got
He
11
struck
home
out
runs
and
this
bounced
season.
out in his first 2 trips. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Well, he's really kept himself in the game here by throwing first pitch strikes to about 70% of the batters he's faced. That's kept him in the ballgame and kept his team in the ballgame.
Nope, ball 1.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2.
He almost had that one.
Ready on 1-2. Oh, and he's really
Got
got the
him.
strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
Oh, that could be the defining moment of the game right there. He's got one more guy to get through in the inning, but that was a huge out, number 2.
Come on now, get ahead of him.
The first baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Good cut that time by Cabrera, but he couldn't come up with it. It's 0-2.
He's closing in on putting up yet another 0.
Hard hit ball to
That was a
second.
bad pitch.
On to first, and this
Worked
will
out for
remain
him.
a tie ball game as
Get
the
to
inning
those.
is over. Add another 0
Come on,
as it's up
buddies.
to 7 shutout innings so
What
far.
doing?
We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now.
What are you doing?
And we still have no score. Emil Garcia
Come
will
on,
try it
Cleveland.
again.
I need some
He's
runs.
grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yeah, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
0-1's the count.
Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
1-2.
Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
And this is where the scouting report really pays off. I mean, sometimes you just got to go looking for a soft spot in the guy's zone, and they found one there.
Alberto Villarreal will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. Oh, that one got the pitcher. Safe at first. A good effort to recover there, and he almost made the play, but that's a base hit.
Good effort, though. That looked painful.
Tomas Telis will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-1. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Ortiz is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Pete Kozma will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. From the stretch. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat. 1-0. Cold strike at the knees. 1-1.
Matt, pitch count is 88 now, but to me, he looks good to go.
Hit hard up the middle.
Come on.
That's through.
Why is the shift not on?
Second of the ball game.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many
nobody in the middle
is that it really runs that pitch count up. You can see on the graphic right here that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Colton Wong will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Back up the middle, and
come on.
It's into center, a base hit.
Hit me.
And a relay to the plate, but it is not in time as they take the lead here in the late going.
Well, that's a big base hit for him right there. That drives in the go-ahead run. He's fired up down there at first, and I'm sure his dugout is even more fired up.
Brian Evers will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances. But he can make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
Ball.
And there's ball 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
You know what? I don't know if there's ever a good time.
I almost took the dude's head off. I hit him in the back.
Bad times, and that was a bad time right there. Now you load the bases, and you do it for
they're taking me out.
Dangerous hitter as well.
Bases are loaded.
Now here comes
I'm on the hook for 1 run already.
Dugout on his way to the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough.
I did good for 8 innings, and then it just blew up in the 8th.
So he'll exit after
7
a good
innings
7
and blew up in the
2/3,
8th.
but he'll also be on the hook for the L unless things get turned around here. Hector Valido.
Oh yeah, bring in the worst guy in the
big spot
bullpen.
as he
Yeah.
inherits a bases loaded jam with 2 men out.
This game's over. 2-1. Oh my God. He got the win. No decision.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting
Wow,
pitcher.
he came in
this
and got
man
it
went
out.
above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah,
Oh, that guy
he
steak
definitely
dinner.
turned in the standout performance in this
Like,
one. He
literally.
finishes with an even
Left
10
3 runners on
strikeouts,
base, and he came in
was
and got it
instrumental
out.
in leading his guys to the victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire
Oh, wow.
crew,
He
I'm
went
Matt
to the
Vasgersian.
13th
This has
inning.
been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Indians win this one.
Second no decision in a row. It's terrible. Sure would be nice to get 1 or 2 of those 9 runs I had in my last win, or 10 runs in my last win. Training. Hell yeah. That was awesome. Come on, Trevor. Get a win. Yeah. Carlos Gonzalez got the win. Come on, Danny. Get a win. Yeah. Come on, Brian. Get a win. Yeah.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. In the AL Central, Brian Walton turned in a great complete game effort, leading Cleveland past the Royals 6-1. He is among the leaders in complete games pitched in the AL. The Minnesota Twins knocked out 12 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Rays 5-2. The win was their 6th straight as a team. Colton Wong had a great day, driving in 5 on 3 hits as the Tigers disposed of the Angels 15-5.
15-5.
The Astros allowed only 5 hits as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 5-3. The win was their 5th straight as a team. Bobby Buckner was a double away from the cycle, helping lead the Blue Jays over the Yankees 6-3. The Baltimore Orioles allowed 5 hits in the game as they took down the Red Sox on the road 4-3. The Oakland Athletics cracked 16 hits on the day as they were winners in extra innings over the Reds 7-6. The Seattle Mariners swiped 7 bases as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 6-2.
On the run.
It was their 5th.
Let's do it. Oh, we lost that game. Damn it. Red Sox are 26-23. Buster and Rodney are on fire. Man, this could be a bad game for me. This could potentially be a very bad game. A bunch of 84s, 85s. A couple of 90s. It's going to be a tough game.
This is the MLB pregame show, and I'm Matt Vasgersian. And as we draw nearer to the first pitch of Game 1 in the series, we'll give you the latest installment of our Topps Player Spotlight. Big Dog Bobo is in that spotlight, and I think it's clear why we're talking about him. He took home the AL Cy Young Award last year, and we can see him there receiving the award from his manager just a couple of moments ago.
Yeah, and what else can you say about his performance on the mound last year? He was just absolutely dominating, keeping hitters baffled, and just about every time he went out there, he was awesome. And he meant so much to his team as well.
Yeah, it's like the 5th time I've gotten the award this year.
First opened for business in 1994. There's a look at Progressive Field here in Cleveland. A Memorial Day get-together for you here at the ballpark between the Boston Red Sox and the Cleveland Indians. Posey and Rizzo lead their clubs next on the show.
Come on, Rizzo. We need like 4 home runs.
With that, here's a look at John Farrell's Boston Red Sox. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Oh,
Matty,
Boston's got
Buster
Jose.
Posey is in the lineup. He's a guy you have to keep your eye on. He sports a batting average with runners in scoring position over 300, so you could say he relishes in those big moments. We'll see if that's the case in this one.
Big Dog
6-2.
Bobo gets the ball to face them, and I think the one key will be
back-to-back
how
last 2
aggressive
games
he is on the mound. He's got to get the ball and go right after hitters because he can get into trouble when he nitpicks and falls behind. Chris Light heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball. Underway now tonight as the first pitch is looked at for strike 1 as we'll get this going a little late at 7:06 tonight. Eric, we take a look at the Tribe as they begin here tonight. Despite the loss last time out, they've been in a real good groove lately. Victorious in 7 of their last 9.
And it's been a good start for the homestand for them. They've taken 3 of the first 4, so they've had it going here. No question about that.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Very mild temperatures as we begin tonight. 58 degrees here at first pitch. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this
Jose
one.
Ramirez.
Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matt, this team has elite speed, so all you have to do is keep the ball on the
doing as
ground,
good as his
focus
real
on hitting line drives, and
counterpart.
play small ball.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. And there are the umpires working this
Patrick
one.
Johnson.
Calling balls and
Calling
strikes
those
is Mr.
strikes.
Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Patty Johnson back there. Good umpire. I know some pitchers have felt the squeeze at times on the corners, but I still think he does a good job of rewarding guys for making good pitches. Well, this latest dry spell, it's dropped his average all the way under 240, so we'd like nothing more than to string a few of these together and get back into some kind of rhythm at the plate.
He's set. Here it comes. Marcell Ozuna comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Now, people describe this guy as throwing a heavy sinker. Would you guys agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's hard to explain why that's the case, but it's true. When you run into a guy with a good sinker and lots of movement on it, it just feels like you're hitting a bowling ball. The ball just doesn't go anywhere.
Unbelievable.
Batting fourth,
Joe Roth will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Well, he's having some problems here with location. He's got 2 on already here in the first, and that last pitch right down the middle.
And a sinker's in there for a called strike, and he forges ahead 0-2.
Boy, things are going from bad to worse so far. He's looking completely lost up there.
Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, Anthony Rizzo is really the centerpiece for this Cubs ball club. Offensively, we know what he does. But defensively, he really holds this infield together. Very fluid over at first base, good soft hands, and has a good throwing arm as well.
That evens it up 1-1. 2 down, runners at first and second. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches.
Hold on now. That ball is down and could score a run. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away. Rodney Hutchins will dig in here with the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
He's been tough to deal with this year. He's second on the team in RBIs, so this is a golden opportunity.
Hey, now we got 2.
The 1-0 delivery. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. Well, you figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against the lineup like this. And once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. To 2-2 now.
I think he saw stars in his eyes there. He was thinking grand slam on that one.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Red Sox leave them loaded. Red Sox nothing. Tribe coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball. Dan Souza makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second. First pitch of the at-bat. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count. That alone can be beneficial to an offense.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. In there, and it's even now, 2-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
And after your guys just gave you 2 runs the last half inning, you don't want to start giving them right back. A leadoff walk? I mean, no way. You can't do that right there.
And this pitch is right down the middle, strike 1. Nobody out, runner on first.
Hey, double him up. Let's go.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And I know it's your first at-bat of the ball game, and you want to work the count a little, but those were 2 pretty good pitches to have a rip at.
Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
Well, the strikeouts sure come in bunches for this guy. Remember, he had 10 of them in his last start, and he's well on his way to maybe even matching that number in this game.
Oscar Jimenez will stand in, and as you can see, the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road.
Hey, let's get a 2-ball right here. Come on now.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker, strike 1.
One down, one down.
Down the line, but this is a foul ball. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. 2 strike deliveries in the dirt. 1-2 now. Runners on first with 1 down. Throw over to first.
No, he's
and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Hit hard back up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Cut it. Hold on to it.
The batter,
Chris Light will dig in for a second time. A strikeout victim opening up the ball game. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field as the Red Sox have taken a 3-2 lead.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Standing in now, Jose Ramirez.
shortstop, Jose.
Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Eldred is there and he makes the catch for the out. Into the box now, Marcell Ozuna. He reached on a single in his first try. Skied into straightaway right. Kelsey sprinting after it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Joe Roth is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Joe Roth.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1.
Here we go.
1-0 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed 1-1.
Well, I'm going to get the laundry gathered up.
Here's a cold strike on the curveball. 1-2.
He definitely doesn't want a redo of that second inning, so it'd help him immensely if he could get the leadoff man here.
Should be up there. I understand.
This is hit high and deep
Oh, my
out to
God.
left. Eldred racing back, and this one is gone. A home run.
Unbelievable. I don't... Okay.
A solo shot here to left. Home run number 5 on the year as they take the lead 4-3.
Well, and now that's the second home run that he's allowed here in just 2+ innings of work. And no question, they've had his number here in the early going, and now they stretch the lead out even further.
Buster Posey is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
Hey, play the first, play the first. Hey, we got nobody, no one down here.
Good bite to the sinker there as it's chopped foul at home plate. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes.
I don't think there are too many guys in this lineup that could have laid off that 0-2 pitch. That's a real tough take.
Rizzo is up with it. To the bag with it himself is Rizzo for the out.
Now batting. Designated
Rodney Hutchins digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. That fastball taken for strike 1.
And you kind of wonder if he's learned anything out there. There's another pitch right down the middle. I think he's lucky that that one didn't get hit a long way.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. A little bouncer. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting. Third baseman.
Striding into the box, Dan Souza. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. You know, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Rendell Grichuk is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Boston, the right fielder number 33. Randall
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1.
And for that guy right there, this is going to be an important inning. He's already given up 4 runs through 3. And you know, they need to get a minimum of 5, hopefully 6 innings out of him. So he needs to show something right here.
He'll put it away without much trouble, and the leadoff man is retired here in the 4th.
now batting. Left fielder.
Settling in now, Oscar Jimenez. He singled his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Cut fastball, and it's by him 1-1. A lot of balls down in the zone in the last inning or so.
And I think that's in response to getting bit by those 2 home run balls. He might be a little leery of challenging guys right now, and I don't blame him. Keep it down there.
swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single. Chris Light strides forward to bat again, coming off a home run that plated 3 scores in his last appearance. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Now batting, shortstop.
And things are continuing to go poorly for him out there. That's now the 8th hit he's given up in just 3 1/3 innings of work. With a line like that, he's not going to be sticking around much longer.
Jose Ramirez will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but
a diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
He may be looking into that dugout right about now. It's one thing when ground balls are finding holes, but these last couple of at-bats have been rockets. He's not fooling anybody out there.
Marcell Ozuna is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
Ah, and another good hitter's count to work with here. They've been able to sit back and just really tee off on him.
And that catches the outside corner. It's 2-1.
That's a great call there on 2-0. The whole world's thinking fastball, but they dropped the hammer on him.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Joe Roth is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike.
You can bet they'd love to have him get out of this without having to call in that bullpen just yet.
5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Red Sox settle for just the 1. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Boston's out in front, 5-3. Buster Posey heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Number 28, Buster Posey.
Get ahead right now.
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98, 0-1.
Well, this start's been a real bear for him so far. You see the pitch count here to start the 5th. That has to be a concern.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. In for his strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
As we go back through that sequence again right here on Show Track, you're going to see exactly what they were trying to do. They're not going to let this guy get fully extended and get his arms out over the plate. So you'll see all 4 pitches were going to be middle of the plate in, so they did a great job of tying a guy up that likes to get extended.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Rodney Hutchins is at the plate as he watches ball one. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. Over at the knees, and that's the second strike.
Boy, he just turned that thing over perfectly. He put that thing right on a dime.
Oh, he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
Second strikeout for him here in the inning. Make that 9 now in the ball game. And he is just carving these guys up right now.
Into the box now, Dan Souza.
Here we go, guys.
As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Well, one of the reasons he's not pitching well is because he's only thrown a first pitch strike about 50% of the time. That's not a good enough percentage to get ahead of hitters.
5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. And a wasted pitch there, 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. Right side hit hard. Oh, look at the stop by Rizzo. Got him.
Woo, no problem.
Job, Rizzo.
Another look at the fine play at first that concludes matters here in the inning. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he delivered more than once with runners in scoring position. Finished with 5 RBIs, and that was more than enough to lead his guys to victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasker.
Well, I called it. Got rocked by Boston. 2 home runs, 5 runs.
Back live now on the MLB pregame show, just a few minutes away from Game 3 of the series. And while the final preparations are being made, we give you the top player spotlight. Big Dog Bobo is in the glow. And he's been a rock of consistency throughout his big league career. This performance recently demonstrating that, and his manager said he's very happy to have him as a key part of his club.
Yeah, he's definitely someone who makes his manager look good. It's become a no-brainer to pencil him in as a starter because he's such a professional. He just goes about his job the right way, does what he can do to help the team win. And from what I hear, he really responds well to what the organization asks of him.
Coverage now of Saturday Night Baseball as we welcome you to Target Field in Minneapolis. Tonight it's the third of this 4-game weekend series between the Cleveland Indians and the Minnesota Twins. Which of these two will prevail? next on
You don't
the
have
show.
to bring him out here, honey. I'll do all that.
Rafael Rios comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Right fielder, Rafael Rios.
Hey, we got no one.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the
The
first
hammer?
strike. Eric, we take a look at the Tribe as they begin here tonight. They come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, and when you're playing good baseball, suddenly first place starts coming into clearer focus. They've really made up some ground here in this past week or so.
In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention, especially when it's on the inner half.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Squared that one up just a little late. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Drilled down the line, and it's through for a base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning. The tag, and he's
Got him
out
in
at second
second.
base. He probably should have stayed right where he was.
Batting second, center
Rusney
fielder.
Castillo will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Grounded up
Honey.
the first baseline. But
Hey,
this
why
will
are you
get
not
foul
listening?
for strike 2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. And
Whatever,
with a quick
do it.
breather here, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks
Don't
up
listen.
defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, they're playing behind the American League leader in strikeouts. That probably means not a lot of opportunities for them today, but you've got to stay on your toes. Be ready at every pitch. You can't just assume there's going to be a ton of swing and misses. You're going to get a chance.
Yeah, check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3. And Michael Brantley will stand in here. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game.
Well, he's had 7 RBIs in his last 10 games, so he is producing runs, and he had another good one yesterday.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Esquivel ranging back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
Yeah, I don't want to see that one.
A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 9 on the year as the Twins take a 1-0 lead. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. That evens it up 1-1.
Hey, no outs now.
Swing and a little tapper. Buck gonna have to hurry. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
First baseman,
Christian Walker digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. And that's in there for strike 1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out.
Wow, and he hasn't missed a beat since his last start. Remember, he had 9 strikeouts in that one, and he's well on his way to a similar performance right here.
Jorge Polanco is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Now a sinker runs in on him a bit as he's got to step out of the way there.
I think it's pretty simple. The message here is stop leaning out over the plate.
2 balls, 1
Pitcher's got to be able to work inside, so that's just a reminder there.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. 2 out, nobody on. And it's full now, 3-2.
He's come back strong since giving up the leadoff home run. Doesn't look like it's phased him at all.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back with more.
Where they have your hot pocket.
Jonathan Schoop digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3. Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0.
Maybe find 2 more like the one we have.
That
like
one's
the 2 we
gonna
have.
find the seats. Strike 1.
Hey, let's go right here.
Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1-2?
And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Settling in now, Josh Valley. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And here's a sinker that causes him to back away, as that just about got him. Bases are empty, 1 man out.
It'll be it in the bedroom.
You're just gonna keep all your work shit back there.
Probably. Why not?
Alright, good.
It's not going to be out here in the living room. You'll be bitching about it being out here.
Going through this stuff and like bleeding it into the back bedroom.
The back, my room is going to be the cat's hole.
No. It's going to be stuff in like boxes and totes. It's not just going to be strewn around. You know what I mean? That way when we do find a house, it's going to be easier to move stuff because it's already going to be boxed.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0.
You know what I mean?
That's there.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. A strike, and it's 2-1. Rolled slowly to first. Kelsey is up with it, and good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
The right fielder, number
Rafael
4.
Rios, the hitter now. He was gunned down at second, attempting to stretch a single his first time up.
You know what? I'm not sure if that was on him or the first.
And the right fielder is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half.
Go to Walmart. Come back. Unload.
Castillo is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Throw will not be in time as a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning.
That may have been one of those situations where you wonder, not going to be able to throw him out at first. Maybe that's one where you try and see if that would have gone foul.
He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1.
Hey, get a 2-ball right here. What do you say?
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe force seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Michael Brantley is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. 0-1 count and the pitch. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. 1 there. On to first as they get the double play to get. Darryl Stapleton will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
2-0. And a sinker is over that time. It's back to 2-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch, as that's the first out of the inning. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the league leaders in ERA.
Yeah, Matt, more of the same for him as he's currently leading the American League in that category. He's really been a difference maker on the mound. He attacks the strike zone and is using all of his pitches very effectively. Just one of those guys that's really fun to watch doing his thing.
And he lays off the pitch up and in, ball 2. Oh, and he couldn't help himself there as he swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, and it's back to 2-1 now.
That's a great call there on 2-0. The whole world's thinking fastball, but they dropped the hammer on him.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
2 straight strikeouts here to start out the inning, but that's 8 for him now in the ball game. These guys have really had a hard time figuring him out.
Hit hard to the right side.
Nope, that's foul.
Foul. 5th inning here in a 4-1 ball game.
Hey, we got 2.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
That's one of his best pitches tonight.
Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message. Jonathan Schoop will come in now to begin their half of the 6th, and it's been a struggle for them so far. Just 3 hits through the first 5 innings.
And that's certainly not going to be enough to get the job done. And as the scoreboard bears out, if they want to get back in this game, I think this is the inning that it needs to start.
1-1.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Over at the knees, and that's the 2nd strike. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And this is a nice job so far out of that number 8 hole. Taking some pitches, trying to get on, leading off the inning.
And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Josh Valley will stand in for the 2nd time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 6th inning. 4-1 is our score. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. Rafael Rios steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. It appears safe to say now that that man right there has turned things around from his last start.
And it's a great sign, too, of exactly what you need to
Get
do.
my roast
You
beef
have to have a
down
short
in there.
memory out there. But you're right. He's pitching with a lot more confidence in this outing.
Bread,
And he
cheese.
struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
Well, there's no
Regular.
question this guy's got to be in the running
Show
for
me the
Cy
list.
Young this year. He makes quick work
I'm not
of this
asking
guy
for anything
on
I don't
3
always get.
pitches. That was just too easy.
Standing in now, Rusney Castillo, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Probably want to grab 1 or 2 Pepsis too.
Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Got him swinging,
What am I
and that
pissing you
will
off
end
about?
the inning. Evan Kirkland steps into the box.
Why are you
as the
worried
leadoff
about him?
hitter
I'm
here
gonna
in the
get
bottom
him.
of the 7th.
Well, it's a
What are
close
you
ball
supposed
game,
to be
but it's
going and
starting
doing
to
right
get
now?
late, so they need to get
Why are you worried about everything
here
else?
in this inning.
Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. Fly ball out toward left center field. Estrada sprinting after it, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Well, this has been a much better outing for him than it was his last time around. Remember, he's coming off of a start in which he allowed 5 runs. So he's got to be saying, this is a lot more like it.
Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
A little bouncer. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. 1-2 is the cut fastball, but he holds back 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. Darryl Stapleton stand in for the 3rd time now. Still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Hit hard back up the middle, and the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Certainly in this streak, he's had a lot of those opportunities come late in ball games, but he extends it again with another clutch base hit.
Christian Walker is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Hit to 3rd. Reined in. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 1 left. Leading off the inning, Jorge Polanco, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
Hit me, hit me, hit me.
And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
Boy, when you're starving for offense, this is a huge break. They get the leadoff man on here to start the inning. And maybe getting this pitcher into his stretch might just jumpstart that offense.
Jonathan Schoop comes forward now, and he's got to get on base any way he can with that possible tying run standing behind him in the on-deck circle. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, fellas, hold him right here.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Well, now the further he goes in this one, the less precise he's going to be with his location. You can see it up on the screen. He's up over 90 pitches here, so he's starting to get tired and running out of gas out there.
No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1.
Good pitch right there, right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Well, we've talked about it already, but this has just been an absolutely dominating performance out there. That's 14 strikeouts.
Into the box now, Rafael Rios, as he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike 1. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far.
And he is safe at the plate as he's across to make this a 4-2 game now.
First and second, you see the first baseman playing behind the runner.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch him.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Indians win this one 4-2. Good night from Minneapolis.
Final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Cleveland.